Yo, what's up everybody, Jumpin' here, and today I am back on some Elden Ring, and I'm going to be showing you how to get a really overpowered Arcane blood build at the start of the game. I know Arcane right now is super hot and everybody's loving it, and I'm going to be showing you how to get one of the best Arcane weapons, especially for blood loss, literally at the start of the game, and how to max it out. We're going to get it to literally max. Now, I made other videos in the past showing how to get a really powerful weapon at the start of the game. If you want to watch an unedited version of this, go and check out my How to Be Overpowered in 1 Hour video or my Noob's Guide Episode 1 video, because those are pretty much unedited and you can see exactly what I'm doing and I'll explain it more there. But for this one, I'm going to edit it down and just show you the important stuff that you need to do. We're going to be starting as the Samurai class. You could start as the Hero class as well. That would work if you want to use a shield. That is an option, but I think the Samurai is the best starting class for this build. And the very first place I'm going to go is the Lake North Grace to get my horse, and then I will pick it up from there. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, well I just got the horse whistle, and where we're going to go, I also got the map, is we are going to cross this bridge, head down to this little disc area. I'm going to put a beacon right there, because that is where we're going to head to. There's going to be a grace down there, just so you can see the map. And there is an item that we want to get along the way. It is an important item. I'm going to be skipping a lot of stuff just because I don't care about these items right now. If you want to grab these, you can. But just skip all the enemies. And we're going to cross this bridge. You also might want to make it daytime, because when you first get the horse whistle, you're going to actually have it be night. And there will be a boss on this bridge. So if you want to avoid the boss, just make it day and you should be good. So after the bridge, cut to the right. And we're going to grab this item right here. It is a Somber Stone level 1. We do need that. The whole plan here is that we're going to get a weapon to help us get a very powerful weapon. And then we're going to upgrade that powerful weapon. And that's going to be our weapon for most of the playthrough. Later on, around the later part of the game, we can get a katana. That's also an amazing, probably the best blood arcane weapon in the game right now. So you could change to that katana later on. But for now, the weapon we're going to get is stupid good. So we can see the grace already. Let's go ahead and hop up. And we're going to light this. And then we are going to go to this one fort. So I'm going to show you where to put your beacon. So let's go ahead and do that. The beacon's going to go right around here. And we're going to head in that direction right now. So before the fort, there is some graves we can rob. So I'm just picking all that up. The fort is out there in the distance. My beacon is a little bit off, but the main thing is that you could see the fort. That's where we're going, and there's going to be a grace. We're going to hit that, and then we're going to go into the fort, get a golden seed. We're going to get a piece of a medallion, and then we will be good. And we need to go and get the map of this part of this area. But the main thing is we're also going to pass by some ruins, and when we pass by there, you're going to hear some howling, and then we need to start a side quest. And that's going to be how we're going to get our weapon to start the game. And we're going to use that weapon to allow us to get the more powerful weapon. So just ride up to the fort. Let's get the golden seed first. Avoid all the enemies. They're very easy to run past. So if you just hop up here with the horse, you can avoid all of this. And then hop off. And now just run for it. The main thing here is try to be quick. Once you get the medallion, just fast travel back to that grace. And you won't have any problems. If the enemies chase you, you won't be able to fast travel. That's the only issue. So run past all of these enemies. There's a ladder over here. Let's climb up it. And we are going to go and get this piece of the medallion. As you can see, enemies are chasing me. That's why you want to be fast about this, so that once you get up here, you can actually go ahead and grab the medallion and fast travel. You should be able to do that. But if they climb up the ladder, you won't be able to do that. So pick it up, pull up the map, fast travel. And now I'm going to show you the next place we're going to go, and then we will go ahead and start this NPC quest line. So we are going to go towards the map, but just follow this road, and you're going to find a place called Mistwood Ruins, and that's where you're going to hear the howling. After that, we're going to go back to the church, and we're going to talk to a merchant there and ask him about that howling. And then we're going to go back to the ruins. So that is the plan right now. Alrighty, well I'm in the ruins right now, and if you talk to the merchant, he's going to give you an emote. It's called Finger Snap. You're going to have to do that, and it's going to make this guy come down. So let me show you on the map where I'm at. It is Mistwood Ruins. If you just stuck to the road, you would have been able to find it no problem when you were getting the map. And you can also hear the howling. So when you talk to the merchant, he'll give you the emote, and we can come back over here, do the finger snap, and we can talk to this guy. Now this guy is going to be available for a summon for a boss battle, and the boss battle is super easy because of the summon. So where we're going to go now is back to this Lake South Grace, and we're going to head into this disc. We could summon that NPC, fight the boss, and that is going to give us a really good weapon that we can use to help us get this amazing weapon. Now when the fight is over, he will be standing here, so go and talk to him, and he is going to give us a Somber Stone level 2, which we can actually use to upgrade this weapon that we just got, the Bloodhound Fang. We can't use it yet, but we're going to get an item that's going to allow us to use it. Don't worry about leveling up right now. But where we're going to go is back to this Fort's Grace. We're going to head up the road, and we are going to go to this place right here. It's going to be a church, and we are going to get a sacred tear there. I'm coming up on the church now. There's going to be a grace in here, and there's actually a couple items. One is the sacred tear. The other one is the mixed potion, which is super important, so let's pick that up. And now let's go ahead and get the sacred tear. Now the next place we're going is going to take us to the round table. When we go to the round table, we can upgrade that weapon. You don't want to have experience. We're probably going to die coming up. So make sure you have no runes when you're going to be doing what I'm going to be doing next. Because where we're going to be going is up here, and we're going to be kind of coming in this area. So I'm going to put a beacon right there, and I'll show you exactly where you want to go. Now in this area, you want to avoid all the enemies. You do not want to fight any of them, just ride past them. But where my beacon was, it was a pretty good spot. Here is the grace. So I'm going to show you again where the grace is, light it. And then we're going to rest at it so we can go to the round table, and we're going to upgrade that Bloodhound Fang weapon. So here it is on the map if you need to see it again. And let's go ahead and rest. And now the girl's going to talk to us, and we're going to go to the round table. And the main thing is talk to the blacksmith and upgrade that Bloodhound Fang weapon that you just got to +2. Alrighty, well I did need a little bit more XP, so I went ahead and used one of these, a Golden Rune 1. That's all I needed, and I was able to upgrade the weapon to +2. And I showed you some of those graves that you could rob along the way to the fort. So now where we're going to go, put a beacon up here in the fog and kind of follow the road. It's very easy. I'm going to show you exactly where to go because this place is dangerous, but there is the road. They're going to know it because of all the zombies. Jump on these rocks over here because there's going to be a lot of giant dogs and birds. We want to avoid them. We do not want to engage with them. There's also some more graves coming up. If you want to take the time to go ahead and grab all the golden runes from over there, go for it. I will point it out. Here is another grace. So let's go ahead and hit this one. And we're going to keep going though, because we're going to have to make a jump. And that's going to be the spot that we're trying to get to. So just over here, that's going to be the jump. You can see there's some more giant dogs to the right. If you keep going forward a little bit though, I guess I will show you. Stick to the left. If you don't want the dogs to get on you, stick to the left because they should not aggro if you're on the left. But right in front of me, there's some graves over there. If you want to go ahead and grab all the golden runes from there, go for it. I'm not going to bother though. I'm just going to jump across and we're coming over here. And here is another grace and a giant tower. So let's hop off the horse, hit the grace. We're going to head towards the giant tower because there's going to be a scarab over there. And we're going to kill that scarab. It's going to be kind of annoying, but you should be able to take it out no problem. And this is going to give us a Somber Smithing Stone level 8, which is a giant one. You can see the scarab right now. He's just up here on this tree. And he's going to blow up. So when he's about to die, make sure you get away from him. Because this will literally one-shot you if you get caught in the explosion. Now you can do this from the horse or you can get off if you like. But either way, it's going to be really annoying trying to take this thing out. Because our weapon is so weak right now for any of the enemies in this area. So just keep hitting it until it dies and get ready to run away when it's going to blow up. A couple more hits and I have to run. That's good. Now we are going to actually go down this hill. You can also jump down this tree over here, but it's actually a lot quicker and easier just to ride down the hill, drop down here and follow the path. and there's going to be a bunch of items down here by some chairs. So we're going to pick up all these items. The main thing here though is a somber smithing stone level 9. So that is insane. Pick up all of this, and now where we're going to go, let me get the item. Where we're going to go is to a fort. Well, we actually need to get the map too. I kind of messed up. I should have grabbed the map first. Alright, I'm going to fast travel and grab the map just to show you exactly where the fort is. But I should have actually grabbed that first. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to get on the horse. Before you actually go after the scarab, probably should go and grab the map, because it's literally just right here. There's the tower. Here's the map. And where we're going to go, once we have this, is to another fort. So let me pull it up. And the fort is going to be located down here. There's a giant tree to the south. You could see the structure, so put a beacon there and head on over to the fort. Once you get to the fort, get the grace, and we are probably going to die in here. That's why you don't want any XP, because if you die, you really don't want to have to come back in here to try to recover. You're probably going to die twice. Run into the fort and keep running. Just keep going, and then there's going to be a staircase and a ladder. We're going to go up this. And there's going to be the second piece of that medallion. If you remember from the first fort, we got a medallion. Now we're going to get the other piece. There's also a talisman in here that we want to grab. And that talisman is going to allow us to actually wield that weapon. Because right now we don't have the stats for it. But with the talisman, we will have the stats for it. So pick up the medallion. And then just come over here and drop down. We're going to run to that second hole. Not the first hole, but the second one. So run past the first hole. And there are enemies. Drop down this one. You know it's the right one because of the ladder. And then you're going to need to make a jump. So the best way of doing this is just run and then jump this way. And now stick to the left and roll. Stick to the left and roll. And now we can hop down, grab the talisman. And at this point, I'm just going to die on purpose because I'm not going to try to get out of here. I don't care about the XP. Alrighty, now that that's done, you can equip the talisman and we can wield the weapon now. So if you two-hand the weapon, you're going to be able to wield it. And right there is a golden seed. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm at the Stormhill Shack, so you can go back to the lake north, cut through the gatefront ruins in the Storm Gate, get the golden seed, and then go to Stormhill Shack. There's also a girl here. You could talk to her multiple times, and she will go ahead and go to the round table. Now, where we're going to be going is actually up here to this bridge. And then you want to keep going, and it's kind of a shortcut to this area up here. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to get to a grace. So I just got to the lake area, and I just got the grace. Along the way, there's going to be a bunch of wolves. You can just run right past them. And over here is a church, and this is going to be our next sacred tier. And then we need to go and get the map of this area, so that's where we're going to go next. But let's go ahead and grab the sacred tier. And I'll show you exactly where we're going. We are going to head over to this map. You can see the pillar. And if you keep going a little bit forward, you're going to find another grace. So I'm at the grace I was talking about. The map pillar would have been about here. And there was another grace. And there is a merchant at this particular one. He does sell the lantern. You might want to buy that. It's up to you if you want to buy it now. You just pop some golden runes if you want to buy it. But there's going to be some runes over here. And we are going to call the horse. And just go directly this way and avoid all the enemies. There will be a teleporter, and we're going to take that teleporter, and it's going to take us to this castle. And basically, with the castle, we're just going to unlock the grace, because we're going to use this grace as a fast travel back to this place in a little bit. Because we also need to hit another teleporter. That's going to take us to another spot. But then we need to get the key so we can get into this castle. So I'm going to show you exactly where to go to get that. But just hit the grace now. That way you have it. And we are going to go and get another map at a pillar. So just go ahead and put your beacon there. And there will be a golden seed along the way. If you're following your waypoint, you should be able to find it no problem. So there is a grace right here by the pillar for the map. And also, I went ahead and put a marker down where the golden seed was, just in case you missed it. It would have been right there. And now where we're going to go is up here to this circle thing. Put your beacon there. There's going to be another teleporter. So we're going to go there and hit that teleporter. Now, the moment that you get here, you're going to see another pillar with a map. We can call our horse. We're going to go forward into these ruins, and there's going to be a fake wall, and there will be a grace on the other side of that wall. And the main thing here is a blacksmith. Now this blacksmith's going to sell us somber smithing stones, level 1, 2, 3, and 4. That way we can actually upgrade this weapon, and then later on we'll upgrade our other weapon as well. That is the blacksmith right there. I'm going to rest here just to de-aggro all the enemies. And now from this location, we are going to head down to this island. If you put a beacon like right there, there should be a grace. And if you put a beacon about right here by these rocks, there's going to be another grace. So here is the second grace, and my beacon was pretty good. And I need to actually rest here just to get rid of those enemies. There were some guys on the horse. So where we're going to go is actually to get the key. The key is going to be located right here, and it's going to be behind a dragon. Now the dragon is sleeping. All we have to do is just get behind it, grab the items, and then we can fast travel back to the castle. And you will have plenty of time to fast travel. But make sure that you actually go behind the dragon. That way the dragon doesn't see you right away. And you should have more than enough time to fast travel. There is the key. So let's go ahead and head over here. And then we're going to go inside, get the grace, and then we'll go into the castle. This grace is called the Main Academy Gate. That is important. We're going to need this so that we can come back later for a side quest. But now we can go up the elevator, and there's going to be a bunch of annoying enemies. And I'm not going to cut this part because I want to show you exactly how to run past everything. It's very easy. You're going to die here, so you don't really want to have experience. So if you had like any, make sure you spend it. Maybe buy the lantern, something like that. Or you could actually buy some of those somber smithing stones from the blacksmith. But you want to run up the stairs, and then what we're going to do is we're going to run to the left, run to the right, run to the left. You can also roll. That can help you avoid. But the moment you hit the door, you are completely invincible. They cannot hit you. So we're going to make our way to the left, and then we're going to run past all this, and we're going to hit this grace. Now, if you want, you can juke these enemies, and you can reset the grace, but I'm just going to run back in. Probably will die trying this because the spellcasters are annoying, but just run in, go behind this wall, grab this somber smithy stone level 3. Now I'm just going to roll past all the enemies. And if you do die, it's not a big deal. You'll just respawn at that grace. We're going to run out here. And there's going to be zombies out here that's going to try to grab you. But it's not a big deal because it's real easy. Just make your way up to this point. Jump down. And now we're just going to run for it. So run for it. Cross the bridge. There's going to be a tombstone. We need to run behind that tombstone because there's a zombie who's going to try to grab you if you don't. So just run. That is the tombstone right there. Run behind it. And the zombie will not grab you now. And over here, make sure that you actually try to go through this door on the left, not the right. If you try on the right, you're going to get stuck. So I just got grabbed. That can happen. Hopefully I don't die to the dog. So let's run in. Remember, if you try on the right, getting through that door, you almost always get stuck. Now we need to actually hop onto this thing going up, this windmill. So just hop up here. Hopefully the dog doesn't chase you. But we're going to jump to this cliff, and there's going to be a grace. So we're going to get that grace. But we need to ride this windmill back down. And that's going to be the plan. We're going to hit the grace, and then we're going to take the windmill all the way down. And there's going to be a death machine down there. The main thing we need is there's going to be an item. We have to grab that item. It is called the Long-Tail Cat Talisman. And that item is going to allow us to survive a certain fall that we have to take. So you got to get that item. But then we're going to let this death machine grab us. It's going to kick you off at the end. So the moment you drop down, you can pick up this item. The death machine is coming over, so I'm going to run from it. And we're going to come over this way to grab this item. If you get hit a little bit, it's not a big deal. You need to run to the chest, and then it should grab you. It's programmed to grab you. So if you can just run to the chest, it's probably going to do that. And then you're going to die. And this is going to trap us. But where we're going to be able to get some really awesome items, mainly upgrade materials. And that's going to allow us to upgrade our weapon to +9. So what we're going to do is just run over here and jump. Same here, jump over the lava. And we're going to come over here and we're going to walk off. But before you do that, you need to equip that talisman. If you don't do this, you will die. So make sure that you have this talisman and then just walk off. It doesn't really matter where you walk off. You're going to probably land on that rock. Now we're going to jump across. Be quick here because the snails can kill you if they hit you. And there's also an enemy up here. We're going to run up this hill. If you take a long time here, this enemy is patrolling back and forth. And this enemy will probably be in your way. We need to take this lift up. That's the enemy over there. He walks back and forth, and if you're just taking a long time, he's going to be right by the lift. But if you're quick, not a problem. Once you're up here, run forward to actually get this enemy to chase us, and then we're going to turn around. We're going to head over here and grab this item. This is a somber smithing stone level 5. We need this, so it's very important. Pick it up. Now this enemy, you have a lot of room over here, so let the enemy swing, and then you can easily just run right past the enemy. At this point, that enemy is not going to be a problem at all. It's not going to catch up to us. And we need to hit this switch, so don't go through the door right there. Instead, make a left, and we're going to come down here. And we're going to hit this switch, and it's going to extend the bridge. Now that the bridge is extended, we can just run on here. Don't worry about that enemy. It should not be chasing you anymore. We need to get that item up there, and there is a death machine. What I recommend is take off your weapon and 2 pieces of your armor, and you should have a light load. That's going to allow us to jump further. So we want to hop up here, and then we're going to aim over there. Just hold forward and jump, and then jump onto this chain wheel. And we're going to jump to that ledge right there. My head is aiming right where we need to go. Now, here's the thing. If you try to jump from down here, this is way too far, or at least way too late. If you try to jump from the middle, this is way too early. The sweet spot is going to be about here, somewhere in the middle. So, just go ahead and line this up, and you're going to sprint, and then jump. You should make it. Hop up here. You can grab the item. Now, if you want to, you can actually run in here, and there is an Ash of War in here that you might want to pick up. It is pretty overpowered. It's Royal Knight Resolve. So if you just want to get this now out of the way, you can. I definitely kind of recommend it. And we have to die. That's the thing. The only way to actually get out of this part is to die. So once we pick this up, just go ahead and let the enemies kill you. And you're going to respawn. And you have to get to the Grace in this area. Once you reach that Grace, you can then fast travel out of there, run past all the enemies. Even if you die a bunch, it doesn't matter. Just keep trying until you get to the Grace and then get out of there. Where you want to go is back to the main academy gate. Now, at the end of this bridge, there is a golden seed. This is kind of north of where the Grace is of the main academy gate. And also, there is this seal here. You're going to want to go through that seal because it's going to take you to the other side. The moment you get over here, there's going to be a Grace to your left. And then where you want to go is, there is a church that's right here. You can see the structure on the map. Get the sacred tear there. And then you want to make your way to this grand lift and use the medallion that we got. That's going to take you to the other side over here. Now, as you approach the lift, I do recommend sticking to the left. That way you do not get shot by any of the catapults or any of the other war machines. But once you use the medallion, it's going to take you to the capital outskirts. Once you get to the capital outskirts, you're going to want to go and get the map. It's going to be located right around here. There's also a golden seed on the way, so make sure that you get that. Now, the Grace that I'm at currently, if you want to find this, there is a giant staircase going up, and it's going to be just on this rock. So let me go ahead and show you the golden seed. It's just over there, and down that road is where the map is. Very, very easy. Now, where we're going to go is we're going to go right here. There's a church. There will be a sacred tear. Be very quick about just going in and grabbing the tear. We also want this location discovered because we have to come back here for a side quest later. But then you want to make your way up here, and you're going to cross a bridge. Now, at the end of this bridge will be a Grace to your left. Make sure you hit that. We need to get to the top of this mountain. There's going to be a ladder, and it's going to be on the left, so your best bet really is just stick to the left. There's also a bunch of death machines over here. They're going to try to kill you, but if you stick to the left and you're really quick about it, you should be able to start climbing up the ladder right away. If you can get high enough on the ladder, you're not going to have to worry about the death machines. So coming up over here, just be very fast, hop off your horse, start climbing, and hope that you can make it up. I don't think I actually triggered any of the death machines. That does happen a lot, and you should be safe. Now, the main thing that's up here is going to be a Somber Smithing Stone level 6, but there's also graves that you can get golden runes at, and there's also a grace up here. So I'm just going to climb up to the top. I'm going to get the Somber Smithing Stone, but I will also pick up all of the golden runes at the graves. But I'm just going to go right for the Somber Smithing Stone first. So you got to climb all the way up. It's a very long mountain, and now we can hop on the horse. The grace is going to be located just up here. And we just need to go past all the graves, and that's where the Somber Smithing Stone is going to be. It's going to be in this chair by this wolf. So go ahead and take the wolf out, and now pick up the stone. And we basically have all the upgrade materials that we need to actually upgrade our weapon. Now it's time to get a lot of XP. So the way we're going to do this is by killing this dragon. But first, you want to come down to this location to pick up this item on this beach. This is a golden pickled fowl foot. Now, this location is really easy to get to. It's just south of the first step. So just make your way down, and you can get down to the beach and pick that up. Now, we need to head over to the fort that we were at before, and we're going to go behind the dragon, and we're going to bleed the dragon. Now, from this location, you can attack the dragon from behind, pretty much the tail of the dragon. And you need to bleed it, but once the health gets really low, like that, you can go ahead and use your golden fowl foot that we picked up. This is going to last for 3 minutes, and it's going to give us 30% more XP. So one more bleed, and this dragon will die. You're going to get about 100,000 XP for killing it, and that's going to be more than enough to level up and to buy some of the smithing stones that we're going to need. And then after that, we are going to go and get our other weapon, and then we're going to work on trying to get that leveled up. So, the dragon is dead, and now we're going to get all this XP. It's going to be a ridiculous amount. 65,000 from the dragon, and then all the other little dragons are also going to die. They're going to give about 30-something thousand, and you're going to have a ton of XP. So now, we need to go back to the road to the manor. This is where that blacksmith was. We're going to talk to him, and we are going to buy some of the upgrade materials. Now, we need to buy 2 level 4 stones because we need 1 for this weapon. And then we are going to want to buy a level 1 stone, a level 2 stone, a level 3 stone, and another level 4 stone. So I'm going to buy 1 level 1, 1 level 2, 1 level 3, and 2 level 4s. And then I'm going to upgrade this weapon to level 4. I'm not going to take it to level 5. And then we are going to go ahead and continue on. I actually need to upgrade it one more time because that is level 4. And where we're going to go now is we're going to go back to the Lake North Grace. You can level up now, and this is what I recommend. Get 20 Vigor. You're going to need 19 Arcane for the weapon, and you can get 19 Dexterity. You will want 21 Dexterity for the weapon, but it doesn't actually matter because we have this talisman. It's boosting our dex, so you can leave it at 19 for now. So from that grace, we need to head down to this water, and there's going to be an NPC invader, and you need to kill that invader, and then that's going to start this quest line for this guy. Once we finish his quest line, we will actually get the weapon that we want. Now, what's really crazy about this is that we already have all of the graces associated with this. So the moment that you do this first part, you can just go and finish up the quest right now. And I know that a lot of guides out there will tell you that you have to let this guy come in to help you. If you do kill this NPC invader before the guy comes in, that's perfectly okay. You do not actually have to kill this NPC. You're going to get kicked off your horse. That's when you know that you're getting invaded by the NPC. And just run on over. And I'm going to do my Ash of War and the follow-up, and I should just completely destroy this NPC. So it's coming in, and it takes this guy like 20 seconds before he actually comes in. So just smack, smack, and then it's always going to try to heal, or not, but there we go. NPC is dead. The guy did not come in, but he will still be over here. He's going to be just standing by this wall. You need to talk to him, and then we're going to fast travel to the next location. Make sure you talk to him all the way, though. That way, he will actually move. But here he is. He's this samurai Ronin looking guy. Talk to him, and then talk to him again just to make sure. And I think we're good at that point. Now we can go ahead and fast travel, and we are going to go back to the main academy gate. So this is his next location. Now once again, we're going to head towards this seal, and this is kind of where the golden seed was as well. But you're going to see a red summon sign. Interact with that, and then we are going to go and hunt down another one of these NPCs, and we're going to gank this NPC with the Ronin. So it should be a fairly easy fight, but just know that all these NPCs are kind of cheese, I'm going to be honest. But just keep doing the Ash of War, and you will destroy this thing. He's already fighting. I don't think it matters if he dies in this fight or not. I know he can, so watch out, but I don't think it actually matters. Ash of War, big damage, and now just go ahead and smack again. And ow, you see what I'm talking about? That's a lot of damage. And of course, the NPCs can always heal once. That's just the way it is. And one more hit, and we got it. Now, once this is over, we do need to talk to him again. He's going to be on the bridge, so pretty easy. And then once you talk to him again, he's going to move to his final location. And the final NPC we need to kill to get the weapon is going to be a little bit annoying, but you can cheese, no problem. So he's going to be right here. Go ahead and talk to him. He's going to reward you as well. Make sure you talk to him all the way, though. That way he will move to the next location. And I think that's it. You might only have to talk to him twice. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so where we're going now is back to the capital outskirts. And we're going to go to this highway junction, Grace. And we're going to go to this church. So make sure you put your beacon there. You should have already been there before, but if not, that's where it is. Now, when you get over here, you may want to go ahead and take out these dogs, because when we're fighting this NPC, she's going to chase us, and we might run to the dogs, and if that happens, the dogs can just wreck you. So take them out first, and then we're going to go into the church, and we're going to notice that this guy is on the ground. We could talk to him. He's going to die. We're going to get a katana, and then she's going to invade us. She's going to drop Eleanor's pole blade, which is a twin blade, and it is really awesome. No doubt. This weapon is super, super cool. So the moment she spawns in, I'm going to try to just smack her right away, just to get some free damage. Of course, I missed. That's the special move on it right there. It's a crazy blood attack. Just try to use your Ash of War. You can cheese her pretty good like that. You don't want to get bled, though. She also has some dragon attacks, so watch out for that. But what I'm just doing is just backing away, and I'm letting her chase me. And she's just going to run into attacks by doing that. That's how the AI just works for a lot of these NPCs. They just run right into the attack. Now, she normally will dodge, though, which is annoying. There we go. I got to heal, though. And she's going to heal, too, at some point. Okay, here we go. Get a free hit. Now, I'm going to try to get on her so she doesn't heal, but she's trying so hard to bleed me. There we go. One more hit. Oh, man. No. Got her. It took many hits of my Ash of War, but it worked. And now we're going to get that. And we're going to get her pole blade. So let's actually take a look at the weapon real quick, just to show you what it does. Now, I really do like this weapon one-handed. So using a shield is not bad, because it's really quick. And, I mean, you can just stack up damage real fast with this. Of course, two-handed, you can do all the cool stuff. I love the charged heavy, just because that's just awesome. And the main thing, of course, is going to be your Ash of War. You have this crazy blood Ash of War that's pretty much guaranteed to bleed almost every time. So, yeah, it's really awesome. But this is definitely one of the better blood weapons in the game, until later on where you can get a katana that has a crazy blood attack. But that's much, much later on. So now, what you can do is you can upgrade this weapon to +9, or you can wait. Because what I need to do is go through Stormville Castle. By going through Stormville Castle, I'm going to be able to beat the actual boss, which is Godric. He is the very first Great Rune boss. And by doing that, I'm going to actually be able to get this weapon at plus 10. Now you can do this really quickly by just going through the main gate and running right to the boss. Or you can take your time and run through the castle proper. It's up to you on how you want to do it. Once you've beaten the boss in Stormville Castle, Godric, this door is going to open up in the round table. You need to come in here and talk to this finger, and basically from there, we can go and max out our weapon. Now where you want to go is back to the lake area. There's a place called the Rose Church. This is where you will meet the White Mask guy. He was that very first NPC at the first step. Now, there is a grace that's very close by. I would recommend getting this. So it's in one of these circle things, so just look for that on your map and get to this grace and then get to the church. Now, once you're at the church, you will find him at the entrance and you want to talk to him and you want to say that the fingers didn't seem right. And basically, he's going to give you some items to invade other players. We need to invade 3 other players. It does not matter if you win, it does not matter if you lose. You can even return to your world and not fight at all. As long as you can connect to other real players, you're going to progress his quest. Now this is why you might not want to get your weapon up to plus 9. It does work, you will get matches, but it can take a very long time because you're not going to find a lot of people to connect with at the plus 9 weapon at a low level. But what I'm going to do, because my weapon's only plus 4, is I'm going to go to the schoolhouse classroom and I will probably get a match here in a matter of seconds. It really is quick here. It's insane on how quick you can actually get PvP here. So I'm just going to use one of these and we are going to invade another world. And I'm just going to back out. I'm going to return to my world. I'm not actually going to fight just because I'm not trying to be that guy right now. And I just need to do this 3 times and I can just return to my world each time. Or I could try and, fight if I want to. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. It looks like I auto win. I heard the guy just die. Okay, maybe it was someone else. I don't know. But I'm just going to return to my world. And that is all that matters. I don't need to fight at all. Now, once the invasions are done, just go back to this guy. And you're going to get to the next step of his quest. He wants you to find the blood of a maiden. Now, you just have to find a dead one. I'm going to show you the easiest way of getting one. But you can just run in and actually grab the blood. You don't have to fight this NPC invader. But this NPC invader is pretty strong. But where we're going to go is we are going to go back to the Grand Lift at this point. Now before I do that, I am going to now upgrade my weapon to plus 9. Because I was waiting, that way I could do the invasions easier. But now I can upgrade. But we're going to go from the Grand Lift over here to this church. Along the way, there's going to be a Frenzy Tower. You might want to take out the tower. You don't have to. But if you can climb to the top and kill all the guys, you will not have that stupid madness stuff building up. I guess I'll show this just because I know how annoying it can be. But we're going to head over to that church now. But along the way, let's deal with the madness tower. I'll show you how to do it. It's real easy. But we got to go up this hill. So you can take a little bit of a shortcut by just jumping over. And then as you go up the hill, you're going to get madness on you. I mean, this tower is insane. Now, it's not rendering in yet, but it has a giant freaking madness orb above it. There it is. Look at that. It's crazy. And yeah, you're probably going to get madness on the way, but you just want to make sure you heal. And then there's also going to be like some giant rats over here. They can kill you, and that sucks. If you want to wait right here and let it tick down, you can. But I'm going to now try to rush it. Once you get close enough to it, you should be okay. And I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do my special attack right away and try to take out the stupid rat. That's the problem. The rats are super annoying, especially if you get madness on you. Now, this weapon is so fast. It's awesome. There's also a talisman that's really good for this weapon. I'm going to point that out as well because it's definitely one worth getting. Because the Twin Blade is definitely one of the best weapons at doing really quick attacks. So once you get to the top of the tower, just kill all these guys and then you don't have to worry about this anymore. So take them all out and there we go. Now, no more madness and we can make our way to the church. And I guess you can grab this as well. So let me talk about this talisman real quick. You can get a talisman. I don't have it right now, but it's from this cave, Stillwater Cave. This is in the lake area. So just go from like here and you can make it to Stillwater Cave, no problem. It's going to be like this way. That's where you need to get to. And when you beat the boss there, you'll get the winged sword insignia. what it does is that it increases your attack power based on if you're doing a lot of quick attacks. And the Twin Blade is so quick that it will really give you a nice attack power bonus. So I'm running up on the church now, and if you want to, you can just run right into the church. I believe there's a grace in here, and you can just go ahead and mess with this. If you can get to the grace, then you're good, because even if the NPC kills you, it's not going to matter. So I'm just going to pick all this up. Just have to touch this twice, and you will get the blood that you need. Yeah, this weapon should completely destroy him, because it's going to bleed him. This weapon also has fire on it, which is really crazy as well. But yeah, if you want to take him out, you can. You don't have to, though. Alright, so now where we're going to go is we're going to go back to the Rose Church, and we will finish up this quest. Now, you're going to want to talk to this guy. He's going to give you a couple items. One is the Bloody Finger. It allows you to invade, and you don't have to use up those items anymore. And then the other thing is an item that's going to teleport us to this Blood Palace. Now, this place is a super in-game area. But what we can do is just run past everything and get a somber ancient smithing stone, which will max out our weapon. You can absolutely get a plus 10 weapon or a maxed out weapon stupidly early in this game. It's kind of crazy. So let's hit the grace, and I'm going to show you what to do. It's really easy though. We're just going to just run past everything over here. And then we will get to a grace, and then from there, we can try multiple times to get the Somber Stone. But getting the Somber Stone is also not that bad. So just try to avoid all these guys for the most part. And yeah, we're just running through. They will blow up Suicide Bomb. It's kind of crazy. There is one part here that's a little annoying. So right here, just jump over to the left, and you'll make it past that. But it's going to be in here. It's really dark, and the enemies in here are pretty OP. So you want to go and just keep running. And I wish I would have maybe bought the lantern now, because the lantern can come in handy so you can see. I believe you need to make a right. Okay, no, it was a left. And we need to just keep going. And then I think it is a right up here, though. So just run forward. Here's the first enemy. Make a right, and just keep going. You can pick this item up if you want. That's 50,000 runes, which is nice. And you used to be able to cheese this boss. I don't think you can anymore. Well, there is a way. I do know that. But the old way of just jumping over, you could actually, like, totally cheese this boss at this point as well. And he was worth, like, 560,000 souls. So that was crazy. So right there, that was a summon sign for the white mask guy. But we're going to ignore that. Now the enemy should back off. Yes, it did. And we're in the spot that we need to be. So what we're going to do is run over here. And we're going to go behind this place. We're trying to draw the big enemy. Now everything here can kill you in like 2 seconds. So be very careful. But if you come back this way, we can draw this enemy out. And by doing that, we can just jump up top. So I'm going to hop right here. Okay, the enemy dropped down. That's good. We want to jump up again. And then we can open up the chest and we can get the item. This is the ancient somber smithing stone. And now we got to get out of here. But you'll probably die maybe. Nope, I think I made it. But just get back to the grace and you should be fine. If you die, you can always go back to recover. It's pretty easy. But now that we have that, we can go and get our weapon to plus 10. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the road to Manor. Alrighty, well I am back at the Road to Manor, and I can just go ahead and talk to the blacksmith and strengthen my weapon, and there you go. We got a plus 10 weapon in a matter of no time, to be honest. It did not take long at all, and I also have a really cool weapon to play around with for an Arcane build. I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed this and that it has helped. If it has, will you please like the video for me? Be sure to subscribe for future videos for Elden Ring, and if you do, make sure to click the bell, that way you can stay notified. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day, and peace out!